All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. Give me 1 second here. OBS virtual camera. Yes, we'll start the virtual camera. All right, so in today's class, what we're going to be covering, this is recording. We'll have the replay in the back end. I'll also put the replay in the group. We are live in Facebook, etc., all over the place. Like I said, you guys can feel free to share it on your Facebook wall. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care who sees it. This is free classes for everybody. Want everybody to learn, not only learn, but also implement what you learn in here. Don't just come in here and sit here and hear me talk, or Alfred to talk for an hour, whoever else is in here. It's a bunch of useless bullshit. Okay. Actually implement. So as always, stay to the end. Whoever sends in their homework first before everybody, I believe it was Jeffrey did it last week. What happens is I'll put $100 credit into your account on williamjonesmarketing.com. Use it however you want, whether that's backlinks, stacks, whatever. Feel free to use it. So, but stay to the end, turn your homework. Whoever gets in first gets something out of the class. I want to see you guys implementing. What it means more to me is whenever I actually see y'all learn something, then implement it and put it into practice. Okay. So without further ado, I'm going to go through like I did last time. Go run through the PowerPoint really quick, just step by step, go over what we're going to talk about. And then we're going to create a sheet and I'm going to show you how to do it, etc. If you have any questions, either raise your hand or put it in the chat. Okay. And Alfredo will be helping me with this. So by the end, he'll also give you all the different classes we have. I think we got someone practically every damn day of the week. So, and we're booked out, I believe, till January of 2024. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Let me get this up real quick. Good to see all your faces. Let's see. Go here. This slideshow, yes, from the beginning. And we're going to go ahead. Matthew Moses is trying again. If you get him in, please, Alfredo. All right. So by the end of this, you're going to have the PowerPoint presentation, you're going to have the SOP. Besides that, you're also going to have the free ebook. So if you miss something, don't be like, oh my God, I missed it. Can you repeat it? I can repeat it, but you're going to have plenty of time to go back over anything I missed, okay? Or maybe you didn't get. All right, step by step, how to reverse engineer your traffic. What is the goal? The goal is to have an initial overview of the sources for your competitors' traffic. We're going to look at what traffic they have. A lot of times when you're doing SEO, most SEOs think, well, I'm getting all my traffic from just SEO. One of the myths that most SEO use to sell SEO to potential clients is, well, once you do this SEO, you're never going to have to do paid ads again. You'll be able to save all this wonderful, beautiful money, and you'll never do paid ads, which is BS for the most part. If you actually look into someone's traffic, a lot of times you'll see it's not just coming from SEO. A lot of times it's coming not just organic traffic. It could be coming from emails. It could be coming from newsletters. It could be coming from paid ads. It can be coming from social traffic, referral traffic, etc. There's a lot of different types of traffic. Let's see here. So this is an initial overview. This is all we're going to get out of this. Desired outcome is I want you to be able to say, here's my competition. I want you to be able to audit them. And I want you to be able to tell me what's their traffic look like. What's it coming from? Is it organic traffic only? How much of it's branded? How much of it's not branded? Is it coming from email? Is it coming from paid ads? Is it coming from social ads? Okay. Requirements, there are none. There's zilch. So we're going to show you a free way to do it, and we're going to show you a paid way of doing it. Like always, want to show you not just how to do it with paid tools, which is what most people want to do. Paid tools can get expensive. Why is it important? It's important because it gives you a general overview of their traffic sources. One of the things I love that Russell Brunson talks about is he talks about You know, knowing your ideal client, right? Who's your ideal client? Where do they hang out? What do they like? What do they eat? What do they do? Do they get kids? Do they get pets? What type of pets? I mean, all this type of stuff. And if you break that down, then you'll actually know who's your ideal client. Then you also know the key factor in there is where do they hang out, right? Once you know where they hang out, then I know where to go and do my ads or try to get traffic from. When is this done? Best is to be doing this at the very beginning of your business before you even launch your website, right? It can take at least 3 months of monitoring them just to see, if you will, where's their traffic coming from? You know, how much of their traffic's coming from different points, okay? Where is this done? We're going to discuss this. I'm going to show you SEMrush. I'm also going to show you SimilarWeb, okay? Both of which I know is paid. Both of which you can get free trials for. Who can handle it? Either your digital marketing in-house, a virtual assistant, anybody can handle it. So the steps for reverse engineering your source of your competition's traffic, like I said, we're going to go through the PowerPoint, and then I'll go through it over the shoulder. You can see me actually doing it. So gathering the data that relates to your competitors' traffic sources. You want to get as much data as possible. When you have your data, you can make, if you will, informed decisions. Most of the time, people have what I'd like called spaghetti marketing. They just take a bunch of spaghetti, throw it at the wall, and see what sticks. When the reality is, if you have the correct data and you have proper information, then you know, and you can make tactics that will work and get you the rankings. Not only get you rankings, but you get you calls and leads, okay? Because it's not about necessarily rankings. Most people, if you ask them, okay, what is it that you want as a business owner? They're not going to say, well, I want to rank in the top 3. Generally speaking, unless they know SEO, they're not going to tell you, I want to rank in the top 3. They're going to say, I want phone calls, I want new clients, I want leads, okay? SimilarWeb does not have access to actual metrics. What it does is it doesn't have access to their actual website. It pulls it from various insight or data partners where they're pulling the data from. Because most people, as you know, your data necessarily is not private. This implies that the results gives you insights in the strategy that competition is using. All right, so you don't have to sit there and just throw spaghetti at the wall and think you know what you're doing, when in reality you may not know what you're doing. So if we take these steps below, we're going to simply go to similarweb.com. All right. You literally just type in the domain name of your competition in the search box, and then it's going to pull up the data. And I will show you this, but first we'll go through this. You're going to be shown an estimate of the traffic, how much you're getting over the past 6 months, their engagement metrics, the countries that's driving the highest amount of traffic, the percentage of traffic each channel drives. We'll also be going over SEMrush and using the same thing, kind of show you the same thing. SimilarWeb classifies each traffic based on the following. Is it direct traffic? In other words, are they being sent through URLs? Do they come from business cards? Do they come from newsletters? You know, are they just clicking on a direct URL that is direct traffic? All right. Via browser, Chrome, whatever it may be. Mail traffic. Traffic comes from web-based email clients. Referral traffic, which I know a lot of people are talking about nowadays, but it's been talked about by Russell Brunson and many marketers for many, many, many years. This is not something new, okay? It is the traffic that is sent through links from other domains that are not classified. They could be social, search, mail, display, okay? Search traffic. This is normally organic traffic or SEO. Social traffic that comes from social media platforms like Reddit and Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, etc. Okay, we're going to talk about why is it important? And why would I think Google says that social traffic or referral traffic is important? Which us marketers, we've done this for many years, but Google's now kind of letting everybody know, yes, it's definitely important for all of us. They're not our competition per se. Display ad traffic, such as, you know, having display ads, Google ads, etc. One such one is DoubleClick. Referral section, we're going to go that section is not very accurate. It gives you as much information as possible. SEMrush is decent. Go down to the search section. You're going to find the top 5 keywords that they believe is the most important. You're going to scroll to the social section. You're going to find the same thing. So we're going to go through all this and actually show you. But if you want to know the extent of which a particular social channel contributes to the entire amount of traffic, multiply the percentages. Okay. Scroll to the display section. You're going to look at the same thing. You're going to look at the audience interest section. It breaks all this data down so you can, why is the data important? You know, so what is this data going to tell you? You're going to compile when this is what we're going to give you, a spreadsheet, but you're going to compile your findings in an audit report. So once we're done with this, then we'll put it all into a nice little spreadsheet and go, what's their main traffic sources? Where are they getting their traffic from? Is it email? Is it social? Is it direct? Is it search? Okay, here's an example. How much volume of traffic? Same thing. We're going to be looking at brand versus non-branded keywords. I looked at one the other day. I think it was like 90-something% of their traffic came from branded traffic. You know, and probably only a tiny bit came from non-branded. All right. Next thing. For instance, whosample.com. How many visits? We're going to go through that. Engagement. How much engagement are they getting? Okay. United States, United Kingdom, Canada. We want to know all that information. Okay. Their engagement metrics, their states, their visitors, average visit duration, pages, what's the bounce rate, the social networks, what's their top social networks, where are they coming from? All right, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We're going to let's say TripAdvisor. We could see how much traffic from them. Interests, is it travel, tourism, news, computers, electronics? All right, publisher networks. We'll look at all that. Wrapping up, that's all we're going to need to really reverse engineer their traffic. All right, now if you do not have this book, everybody wants to talk about traffic. You know, like I said earlier, there's nothing new under the sun, and a lot of people will say they're the ones that invented this, you know, traffic. Russell Brunson. If you don't have it, his book called Traffic Secrets. Right? I don't even remember when this came out. It's a couple of years or so back. When did this come out? I'll look at it real quick. 2020. So 3 years ago, he came out with this thick butt book on traffic secrets. And he goes over traffic. What's the 3 types of traffic? Before we even get started, what's the 3 types of traffic? I want someone to give me an answer. Anybody. I will search for the daily, every day goes to the site working now. This works. Okay, Larry. So Larry, I send emails out every day for the classes, so as well as inside the group. So who has it? What's the 3 types of traffic? I gave you a hint. At least you know there's 3 types of traffic. Paul Jones, let you in. Organic, paid, and direct. Correct. Organic, paid, and referral. Referral. That's one. That's a really good one. All right. So there are 3 types of traffic. There is traffic you own, traffic you don't own, and traffic you pay for. That's the only type of traffic there is. Traffic you own, right, would be, for example, your email list. How many of you, by a show give me a 1 in the group chat, have an email list of, let's say, 1,000 or so? At least. Or at least you're trying to build a email list. If you don't have some good books on building your email list, there are 2 I'd recommend. I have them to my right here. They're both by Ben Settle, Newbie Friendly List Building Secrets, and another one called List Swell, both by Ben Settle. Awesome. Carlos, he does it's 650. That's a start. Most people can't even say they have an email list. So, you know, it's like most people say, well, I only have $1,000 saved up in the bank. Well, guess what? You're ahead of 90-something% of all Americans. So that's a good thing to have. I have built up over 3 years over 200,000. But I've been hammering. And, you know, like I said, when I first started out doing, for example, YouTube was 2 a day, 2 live videos a day, and scaled rather fast on that. Now, traffic you pay for, really simple. Facebook ads, Google ads, banner traffic, email, you know, paid email display ads, et cetera, et cetera. The ads on the home search, the ads on Angie's List, the ads on Home Advisor. Those are all traffic you pay for. And guess what? You don't own, right? Traffic you don't own is someone else. I'm paying for their traffic. Their traffic, it's there on their website or their email list or their newsletter, right? So number one thing you should be doing with SEO in regards to traffic is so you got a website ranked. Amazing. Awesome. So that SEO you got them ranked for, let's say in our case, fencing repairs, and they come to the website. Maybe they do, maybe they don't fill out a lead form, and then they leave. So is that a good thing? Is that traffic you now own because you got ranked? Absolutely not. You got ranked. Big whoop to doo-dah. You got ranked, but if they don't fill out a form, the one thing we want to concentrate is conversion rate optimization on a website. So we get it ranked. We want to convert. We want the conversion rate, so they then fill out a form. Once they fill out a form, I now have them on my email list. Now it's traffic I own. And if you can own traffic, you'll never be broke. This is one of the reasons why Russell Brunson talks about owning your own traffic, because at the drop of a hat, I could send out an email and get traffic coming in and get leads and get sales. Okay. All right. So traffic you own, traffic you pay for, traffic you don't own. We're not going to dive too much into it. I might do another class on that, but what we're going to do, we're going to go and get an example. Which one of y'all, if you want me to, I'm going to use SEMrush. I'm also going to show you SEMrush. I'm going to show you SimilarWeb, and we're also going to show you how to do this in Quora. And I can show you the same tactic on Facebook. I can show you the same tactic on LinkedIn. I can show you the same tactic on Instagram. I can show you the same thing across any platform you want. Now, automation, I also have that, but we're going to show you manually, okay? Give me a niche. I have one I know I could pick, but I'd rather have y'all tell me which one. Plumbers. That's the same thing I was thinking. Always plumbers. I always choose plumbers, usually like Plumber Orlando. All right, let me show you my screen. All right. See this? You see this interesting stuff that Google's doing? Any of y'all been noticing this stuff lately? All right. So sponsored is Art Plumbing Service. We'll take that one. Generally speaking, then Emerald, then Benjamin, then Shamrock. We got these guys right here. This is all in, if you will, Orlando. So let's just take this one real quick. Come on, baby, baby. There we go. So we'll go back once I pull this. All right, I'm gonna put it in. This is SimilarWeb. It's on a free trial. Just use a different email every 7 damn days. It won't even matter. You always have free trial. All right. Pick a plan. You can pick a plan. You're gonna pay an arm and a leg for it. But there are certain things you'll be able to see, certain things you won't be able to see, etc. Right? Now, let me pull up SEMrush as well. Let's pull them both up at the same time. So art plumbing. So art plumbing and septic. So obviously they're doing plumbing and septic, traffic and engagement, total visits. Most of their traffic, what it's telling us, is coming from mobile, which would tell me that most of their traffic is actually coming from, as we already saw, is probably very likely coming from Google Ads because it's right on top of the maps. But we'll look further. Total websites visit, you know, you can upgrade and see the further information if you want. Bounce rate, 100%, not good, right? He's only been doing these, or if you will, his website's been active since September 23rd, which tells me it's probably a brand new website. It's not really going to give me a lot of data because it's brand new. Main traffic is 100% from the United States, okay? So this is a typical brand new website. As you can see, all of his traffic's coming from, you know, a lot of it's coming from paid, a few from organic, not much. It's brand new site. So let's go look at someone else that's been in business for a bit. Let's look at Emerald Plumbing. Okay. Let's look at this one just to see. I know which one I could use that will definitely show me all the information I want, but all right. So Emerald Plumbing, 87% is from mobile, 12.7% is from desktop. Okay, total visits up 17%, a little over 17% in the past month. Country rank, global rank, engagement. It's going to give you your engagement here. How long is the visit of the, on their website? The bounce rate's still ridiculously high. Most of the time, they're only visiting one page. Right? His traffic visits. Channels, where's it coming from? This is the important information I was talking about. So direct traffic, 37% of it's coming from direct traffic. Direct traffic being your URLs or various forms of the URL, which could be on business cards. It could be on advertisement. Someone could see your ad on a billboard and then has your website link, and they remember not your phone number, but your website. It's one of the reasons why you need to choose a catchy URL a lot of times or something simple. Most of the traffic, it's basically split 50-50, mobile and desktop. Then it goes into email. He's not doing no email marketing. According to referral traffic, it's 64% is from desktop, 35% is from mobile, and it's about 5% is coming from referral traffic. Only about 2% is coming from social. Organic or social is over 50% of his traffic. He has no paid ads. He has no display ads. Branded versus non-branded. This is kind of the same information you can get from SEMrush, where it says branded versus non-branded there. Okay. I generally will push branded, but I never really want to see all my traffic's coming from branded. Just don't. That means you're not ranking really for too many keywords without your brand name. Branded 16%. This is a good ratio. Non-branded 84%. Right. Top organic search terms: Orlando plumber, sewer, plumbing companies in Orlando, Emerald Plumbing, plumbing in Orlando, Florida, Emerald Plumbing, Orlando. Most of his traffic is coming from Orlando plumber, sewer. Seems like they got some sewage issues down there in Orlando. Top paid, they don't do any paid, they don't do any ads, so there's nothing there. Referral traffic, it's only giving you Google right here, but generally speaking, sometimes they'll break down the information and give you more information. Now, if we go over here to SEMrush, we can do the same thing. So similar web, there's a lot more you can get into. The audience, we can pull up the audience, the geography, almost all of it's from the States. He's pulling a little bit from Egypt, probably a backlink or something. Demographics, if it had the information, it would have it in here as far as age and gender, etc. The audience interests are also in here if it has that information. Once you start getting into more traffic, like this doesn't really have enough traffic to actually give you this information. Kind of like when you're running Facebook ads, it takes a while to get the information you're looking for. Without having enough of a database, they're not going to be able to pull that information. As far as search, it's going to show you where all your traffic's coming from, etc. What type of traffic, organic, non-organic, etc. What's the keywords? You know, this is a lot similar to SEMrush, okay? What's the cost per click on these right here? You know, what pages is it going to? Kind of what we did last week when we were looking at the URLs and the keywords you're ranking for. Same thing we can use this information for, right? But in this, we're diving deep into the data to be able to say, okay, where is all their traffic coming from, right? I want to see where all their traffic's coming from. If they have referral traffic, if they have enough information on social traffic. Another thing we could also do is, let's go over to Emerald. You know, in this case, let's go to Emerald. Let me go up here real quick. So let's just say another way, give you another little hack. You can go on their Facebook, and then I can look and I can see, of course, are they running ads or not running ads, etc. You can look in their knowledge base and stuff, and you can generally see if they're running ads or not. So we'll get into that too. That's another thing you can look at is, are they running ads? Okay. And when it comes down to SEMrush, I'm not going to go over really a whole lot here when it comes to keywords. We did that last week. But let's just say, for example, down here, we already went over this. Are they pulling any, if you will, from social traffic? What are the referring domains? Okay, here's some websites that they're pulling. We can export this information. So once we export this information, right, maybe SimilarWeb didn't give us this information, but SEMrush is. We pull this information, and then we can try to either get our website listed on these domains, or if they were doing paid ads, then we can also get them on here, right? They might be paid ads. What you want to do is look and see. That's why we're going back and forth to SimilarWeb versus SEMrush. Let's pull this up, SimilarWeb. All right, there we go. But we go back and forth in between this, and we're wanting to see types of, if you will, traffic they're pulling. So let's go back over to plumbers. Let's just give you an example like this one, Yelp. Of course, you know they're running ads. A lot of times people say, well, why would you want to pay for some ads on Yelp or pay for some ads on Angie? Well, the reason why you'd want to pay some ads is because they're paying to put you up at the very top, as you can see. Just because you're an SEO does not mean you don't do paid ads. It's a misnomer. You're going to wind up wanting to do paid ads because it's your fact. Once you start ranking, you get the money coming in, then you can start running paid ads. But then you got Home Advisor down here. But let's look at Benjamin Franklin Plumbing Orlando as well. You got any questions, just drop them, and Alfredo can pull it up. See, this is another one. It's less than 5. It's not going to be something I'm going to want to look at, but it's showing you, for example, he is in the Google Display Network. So you see this. He is in top website right here for arts and entertainment. You can see that information right there. So he's pulling traffic from here. Okay. He's in the Google Display Ad Network. Okay. You see the type of ads that he's running. So we see all of this information. These are the creatives he has. So we can come in here where you see the type of creatives, etc. And he's running ads to these. He has the UTM set up on some of these, like this one right here. This one he doesn't, this one he doesn't, this one he doesn't. But you can also see how long has it been active, right? What's the size? When was it last seen? And these things are important when we look at this. How long has it been active? The longer it's been active, usually more successful it is, right? And we want to look at that little bit of information if we're looking at our competition. Okay. Do the same thing. This is for Benjamin Franklin. We can do this over here over SEMrush. You have any questions, just drop them below. Let me know, Alfredo, please.
Yep. They said this is a good like reference point for a good resource for setting the paid ads campaign pricing.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I mean, I have SOPs on all of that. I mean, but the whole reason we're doing it is really to see, for example, what your competition is doing. Because if you don't know what they're doing, how can you expect to ever be successful? A lot of people, for example, you want to just come in and I want to outrank these people. Well, you don't know what they're doing, so how can you outrank them? This guy, Benjamin Franklin, you can tell his authority scores way up. His organic search traffic is like, oh my God, 100,000, backlinks 100,000, paid search traffic is 40,000 though. Total keywords 566. You see the amount of traffic he gets organically and paid. You see how his rankings have been going. He's over almost 90,000 keywords. So this guy, if you think you're going to beat him, it's going to be a lot of work. Good luck. It's, generally speaking, it's like these guys are doing something right, even to be remotely considered where he's at. But Benjamin Franklin, if we go back, how much of it's branded versus non-branded? Once again, 70% is non-branded, basically. You always want majority of it to be non-branded, in my opinion. What's the organic keywords? Roto-Rooter, main competitor. I could show you that. It would be a big one. Roto-Rooter is who I was originally thinking of. Paid ad distribution, right? In first position, over 50% of it. Second and third spot is 30%. Other is 16%. Excuse me. Then you can also see samples of his text ads. You can view the details of the ads, the ad copy. This is where, in Russell Brunson's book and etc. And one of the reasons why I say look at how long their ads have been running. Longer the ads are running, the better it is for you. If they're getting how much traffic, which one of these ads are good. I mean, when you're trying to create ads too, the more ads, the better, because you want to tweak and fix and see which ones are going to perform better and do A/B split testing, etc. if you're doing ads. Let me go back down to here. So display ads right here, sample text ads. I meant backlinks, follow, no follow, all that stuff in here. Referring domain names, so you can see where they're getting their backlinks from, or maybe where they are advertising at. Referral traffic. Okay, and we go back once again to, if we look over here, where's all their social traffic coming from? SEO Quake is good for your browser. You can get that. Let me go down here, social media, social dashboard. You can get this for 19 bucks. I'll show you more, but we're mainly wanting to look at this, and we want to look at SimilarWeb. And on SimilarWeb, what is it telling us as far as paid search? What is it telling us as far as social? Right? Facebook, 56% of their traffic on socials coming from Facebook, YouTube, 43%. All right. And it tells you Facebook, YouTube, music on YouTube, etc. Incoming traffic on your referral traffic, over 11,000 visitors just in the past 3 months. Right? What industries? Computers and electronics, home and garden, jobs, career. Which sites? So, and it's showing you, for example, on this guy, he's number 2 in the SERPs. Google, Espaloco, Authority Brands, 1 Hour Heat and Air, Mr. Sparky, Yelp, SEMrush, 99 Designs, Mountain Lightning, and you can see where most of the traffic is coming from. Okay. Biggest change in the past 3 months has been Google. So this is a way in which we can go, okay, how can we get traffic from them? If they're running ads on these websites, we want to put ads on these websites. Now, I can also show you, I'm going to stop real quick, screen share, and any questions so far, because next I'm going to show you, yes, proximity is going crazy lately. 100% mobile is crazy. Not when they're running ads. I mean, when they're running just ads, brand new website, they're just not putting no effort into SEO. What's a good resource for setting your paid ad campaign prices? Well, we just went through. I mean, really. And I'll have another class on that if you want to, Steve Hardaway. But for right now, we're just trying to show you the types of traffic, where you get them from. It's a franchise and it's tough to beat. Correct. Anyone have good result from display ads via Google Ads for service? I'm actually talking to a guy on Friday that I'll probably be having set up with Alfredo to come in and speak as well. Absolutely. Plumbers here for the first time to learn all that you can. Larry, awesome. Do you think one-page landing pages direct to the home page are worth the time and fees? No, I do not. Not unless you're using them for paid ads. And it depends on how you set up. So when you're doing paid ads, you don't want them to be on your website. In my opinion, you want to be on a lander that has no menu bar across the top. You don't want them hopping all over the place. You want them to go to a landing page, fill out some information, or call you. That is it. Steve says, good question. GL says, would that be Google Ads, organic, or both? So the whole goal of SEO is get money coming in so you can actually spend more money on Google Ads, because if you can outspend your competition, then you will always win. There's another, so let's get out of SimilarWeb and SEMrush, and I'm going to show you, okay, well, how do you apply this? Let's say you had a VA and you wanted to start getting traffic from referral traffic from various sources. In this case, let's do Quora. Okay, Quora, how do we get traffic from a place like Quora? This can be applied to Facebook. This can be applied to Instagram. This can be applied to, LinkedIn. But we're going to start with Quora and show you. Any more questions before I get started on this one? Any questions? Let me get some water.
Now, guys, typically you want to play in all four sandboxes, what I call, your GMB, your website, ads, and then like email, customer service, referrals. You really want to play in all four boxes, right?
So Larry has a good question. This is one of the ones you typically run into, and it's one of the ones why I'm going to show you how to do this manually, Larry. Ben Franklin Plumbing is a huge franchise, right? So how can you compete with them? Right. You're probably not going to go up. Well, you're actually, maybe you're in the same area or not, Larry. I don't know what city you're in, but let's say you don't have that type of ad spend. Well, when I was in, the health niche before, for example, we had, I think it was close to 6 different hospitals. And imagine a hospital has $1 million plus marketing budget, and we outranked every one of them in our area with no Google ads, no Facebook ads, nothing but pure unadulterated SEO. So it can be done, but it's a lot of work. And how long you're going to be putting into it. It's not going to be, I'm going to rank you overnight. I'm going to rank you in 2 months. I'm going to rank you in 30 days. And you'll lose it in 30 days too. But put in the work and you'll do it. So for example, okay, how can you grow a digital marketing niche or coaching niche or get clients? Same way I did in digital marketing. I went over, it's inside the class. It's on Facebook Millions. It's on how to scale your agency. Same thing. You can do that with, any niche. It could be home services, water restoration, Think of any niche possible. You can do the same thing for free on Facebook. All you're doing, referral traffic, is me putting some good information on there, referring them over to where I want them to hit, and they hit the landing page, they fill out a form, whatever, call me, book a call, whatever. That is referral traffic. It's no big whoop-de-doo-dah secret about it. But Quora, for example, we'll show you this one. You could do this in Quora. We can do it in Instagram. Like when you're DMing people on, think of this. I mean, let's say you're going on Instagram, you're DMing people, wherever you sending them to. Referral traffic, Facebook. You have them fill out a form at the very bottom of your, if you will, your engagement post. That's referral traffic. How long are they staying on? Referral traffic. TikTok. I say go see the long form content. If they see the short, go check it out on YouTube. Referral traffic. That's all that is. Okay. Quora. Let's go ahead and get started on Quora. So slideshow. He's going to give y'all a double hitter today. Oh, come on. Let's go ahead and open this. And
Drop any questions you guys may have to, guys.
so this could be done. Okay, now we've seen, okay, are they getting referral traffic? Is it social? Is it whatever? Is it display ads? And we do the same thing. Then, okay, well, how do we get some referral traffic? How do we get social network traffic? So one of the reasons why I'll tell you this is extremely important is Google. If you go to fill out a GMB, what do they have now? Ways to contact me. And they say they give you all the different social profiles that they are recognizing as important. And I'll show you that too. But so why wouldn't you want to do ads on those channels? Why wouldn't you want to get referral traffic? How to get traffic from Quora, right? The goal is use it to direct traffic to your website. Same thing whenever I showed you guys before. I say, okay, how do you get clients off Facebook groups? Find a group in your target market, go in there and answer questions, and then they're going to wind up coming in your inbox. And once they come in your inbox, you send them to what? A book a call link or sell them in a DM. Expected results. You're going to get qualified traffic. What is qualified traffic and leads? It is your ideal client. Who is your ideal client? Right? Can you define your ideal client as a plumber in about 5 words or less? You also get email lists. You build up your email list this way, right? Requirement, all you need for this is a Quora account. It's not hard. Quora is like, people also ask, what's the importance or relevance of it? It is an important platform. People go there and ask when they have questions and want answers. Same thing people use YouTube for. I don't know how to do this. How do I do it? Right? Where's this done? Go to Quora. When should you do it? Anytime you want. When you want to increase your website traffic, referral traffic, leads, book calls, etc. You want to build up your export authority. You want to build up your brand. That's why you want to do it. The more you put yourself out there, the more you're going to look like an expert. The more you help people, the more you're going to be an expert. Also, the more attention you get, the more people are going to not like you. Then you're going to also have a lot of people that love you. So just get used to it. Who can perform it? Anybody. You can have your virtual assistant do it. You can also have yourself do it or someone on your team. Only thing you got to do is create a Quora account. How many of you have a Quora account? Give me a 1. How do answers get them? How do answers get them to your email? Okay, so you got to learn to have a conversation. So the guy goes, let's see here. Yep, get out your pen and notepads. GL says, how do you get them into your email? So the whole purpose of asking a question or starting a conversation is there's an end goal. most people, and I'll show you, and I'll have another class on DMs and closing people in DMs and stuff like that. But most people, they go for, I want a new client. So immediately they go in there and they answer a question and they say, if you need help with your, let's say your plumbing needs, call me. You're not trying to actually have a conversation. You're trying to sell someone. And what you need to be able to do is learn to use social media and platforms like this for what? To build up relationships, have conversations, and then eventually direct them or transfer that traffic and that conversation to where you want it to be, which is, let's say, building up an email list, which can be done through tripwires, free giveaways. It can be done through forms, GMB audits. Let's say if you're a roofer, you're in there having conversations about things. The next thing you know, you say, who would like my, would you like my guide, or would you like my free ebook on how to save $100,000 of mistakes on your next roofing project? Something. I mean, it's free giveaways, free value. Learn to have conversations. Head over to Quora.com to begin. It's going to represent, and we'll show you this. It will represent you two options: create a new account, sign in with your Facebook or Google. Once you're signed in, you'll be taken through a short process of setting up your profile. At this stage, you're going to be asked your expertise, your interests, your language. Right? Once you're signed in, it's now time to get yourself acclimated with the platform. And just get used to it. Browse it. Optimize your profile. Just like you can do on LinkedIn, just like you do on Facebook, you can optimize your profile. All right. You need to have a bio. When I say optimize your profile, it's not just that, it's your banner, it's your bio, etc. And I'll show you this as well. Do you have a profile link? Book a call, free audit, free ebook, something, right? You're not just on there saying, hey, look at me, I do awesome plumbing, or hey, I help plumbers in your niche, or whatever. You're trying to get them to give you something so you can give them something, right? To come up with a solid bio, here are the boxes ticked. Should contain links to your content. Should contain social links, special offers. All right, next step is a picture. You add your picture. Same thing we went over. Yep.
Is it personal or a business Quora account?
You can do either or.
Okay.
It doesn't matter, quite honestly. I'll show them that once we're going to set up one. Cool. You'll now need to write a description, tagline. All right. Credentials. Each of you, and the reason why you want your tagline is because at the top of each answer you give on Quora, your tagline will be displayed, making it necessary for you to be very careful as you're creating it. You want a tagline, you don't go, for instance, some stupid tagline. You want something that's going to make them want to click on your bio, click on your profile. Customize you in types of topics you like to cover, stuff that will make them click through rate, right? It is, however, advisable that all your answers go with a single tagline. Sticking with one tagline will increase your brand awareness. Okay. So whenever they think of, let's say, plumber marketing or best plumber or in Orlando, they think of you versus someone else. Next step, add, excuse me, expertise, your city, your education, places you've worked, your social media accounts. So all this is going to take about a day, all right? A couple hours at least, maybe a day. Adding your accounts, head over to, tells you exactly to go over your settings in your Quora account, click account, then add in your connected accounts, right? You want to put on there your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, etc. Should be done once every week. If you want to change, it depends on you, what you're trying, what type of niche, what type of brand you're building. Should you change it every week, every month? maybe you're going to have an offer this week and you change an offer the next week. Now, how are we going to use it? Once we have our Quora optimized, we have our bio, we have our link, we have our free giveaway. First method is stalker method, right? You're going to search for topics that you believe are relevant to your business. You're going to use the search box. Search for relevant keywords of your business. And I'll show you the same thing. And I've showed you guys the same thing in the original GMB Pros on how to grow your business off of Facebook Organic. Right? If you'd like to learn more about running keyword research, then you can go through my keyword research guide, which we talked about last week. But in your feed, Quora will also display questions that are similar to the topics you've chose when you created your profile. That's why it's important. What city? Are you into home services? What are you into? Meditation, whatever. SEO. To make things faster, straight to the point, you can go to the bar that you see on the left-hand side of your screen, choose the specific topics, and we're going to show you that too. Search for the top Quora writers in your niche, right? You want to stalk them, ask them questions that are relevant to you and your business. Once you've identified a relevant question, go to it, go through all the answers, reply, upvote. All right, this process is repeated for all the questions you find relevant to your business. Yeah, right, that's just one method. You can click the top. It's essentially the same thing I showed you guys on Facebook. Is you're literally going through Quora and asking as many questions and answering as many questions as possible. Then the end goal, once we're done, is we're creating relationships and we're establishing ourselves as an authority. And then once we're done with that, we're going to wind up sending them where we want them to go to give us information. Okay, I'm going to give you some examples of this. So let's say for, I don't know who better to use, but myself. Who is it's you. Okay. All right, let's go. Any questions? So let's when you say a dedicated landing page, no header, do you mean local landers? Correct. Hide the header, hide the footer. Focus on the conversions to one particular keyword. No, this is specifically for Google Ads or Facebook ads. You want a lander that has no menu bar on it, no footer bar on it, has a call to action on it, whatever you're trying to sell them on, right? If you're doing it for SEO, that's totally different altogether, so let's go over to Quora real quick. Let me shut this down. I will send the ebooks and everything over to you guys as well. I will drop that in the class, but any questions so far? I know you're thinking maybe is like, how is this relevant to SEO? Well, do you understand what traffic is? And then you would understand why is it relevant to SEO. And I'm going to show you, for example, how I do this in Facebook. So let's say, for example, let me find it. Ebook. I'll show you this real quick and then you'll understand what I'm doing and why I do what I do. So I have a bunch of free ebooks, right? What's the purpose of making this post? Who wants my 40,000 word ebook on how to use Money Robot? Got 124 comments and 34 shares. What's the purpose of this? Purpose, it feeds the Google algorithm. Not Google, but Facebook algorithm. Sorry about that. Feeds the Facebook algorithm. When you feed the algorithm, the platform you are on will show it to more and more and more of your audience and their audience's audience. Right? Like I said, remember I said, I'm not trying to sell someone. I just go share this on your wall on Facebook. I'll send it to you for free and PM me once done. So I made them not only do that, but they shared it. Then once they shared it, they messaged me. And then once they messaged me, I had them go to my website to download it. To download it, you have to fill out a form. Right? So what is that showing? It's like Google goes, oh, not only did they come from Facebook, not only did they go from Facebook, they went to this specific page. Then when they were on that specific page, they filled out a form. And then once they filled out a form, they were given something. So there's a bunch of engagement and a bunch of signals that are being sent. Therefore, it helps. Right? Let me turn off the AC real quick. All right. Any questions? Let me go back over to. So that's one way. Now, let me try to find one of my recent ones. And I do this a lot inside of the groups. Let's say, for example, you'll see me, for example, a lot of times go, who wants this in my group? Like this one right here. I give you another example, and then we'll go over to Quora, and I'll show you this on LinkedIn, etc. Like this one. Who wants my keyword research strategy? Asking a question. Drop a comment, get your free copy. To get it in a flash, just fill out this form. They fill out the form, which is hosted on my site. Once they fill that out, then they get the ebook. Right? All of this is tied over to right? All tied into my domain. All right, that's one way. Now let's say Facebook. Same thing on Facebook. Same thing we're going to talk about in Quora. You can do on Facebook. You can do it on LinkedIn. You can do it across the board. So on Facebook, what's the call to action? Is I do white label SEO. I pin to the top of here. Discovery call. This is a pin. You pin it. Right? What's your bio? Right here. Featured images. Is your Google business nowhere to be found? Is your business nowhere to be found on Google? Get your free audit today. Your business could be crushing it on YouTube. Free, no BS GMB audit. All right. Most of y'all probably don't even know about the featured images like that. That's why you're going to use them like that. Right. So that's one way. Then you can do the same thing on LinkedIn. Let's go to LinkedIn and show you this. My inbox has been crazy as of late. Same thing. What's the call to action? Book a call. Contact information. What's my tagline? Drive client success, watch your profit soar with my white label SEO and web services. Here's my banner image. Here's my image I'm using here. Quora, you can do the same thing. Let me stop the share on this real quick and log in, maybe using a new profile. If it will allow me to. Any questions?
Are the links on and posts and questions on Quora considered a backlink as well, William?
Some of them do follow, no follow, but yes, allow. Oh, let me log out of here. Because you can actually create ads on Quora. You do bookmarks on Quora. You can do almost like blog posts on Quora, etc. I'm trying to log out of Quora and, without having to go into incognito mode. Let's see here. Sorry about it. Internet's taking a bit of time. All right, it finally logged out. All right, sign in. If it will let me. Okay, let's do this. Quora. All right, here's what you're going to come to when you're signing up, just like anything. You're going to call. Yep, exactly. You want to keep them on the call to action. You don't want them to go to a landing page and see, like Russell talks about, I have this service, this service, this service, this service, this service, this service. Then you're going to confuse the shit out of them, and they're going to just leave. So if I'm trying to promote, let's say, you're not ranking and I'm trying to get them to fill out an audit form, I literally just want an audit form. That's it. Nothing else. No phone number, nothing. Nothing else about, hey, how I'm an amazing web designer and I rank shit. Nothing. I just want them to fill out a form because it's going to build up my email list and it'll be traffic I own. And then I ain't got to pay for ads. Traffic I own. I convert the traffic I pay for, traffic I own. Right. And now I have their information. I can send them SMS messages. I can send email messages, etc. So Quora, we're going to sign up. We can sign up with Facebook. We can sign up with Google. Continue as William. And I put my name, William Jones. What's the name? William at William Marketing.com. All right, it's going to send a code, of course. Give me 1 second. So if you got questions, this one's going to be a little doozy. Jeff will be on our call in a little bit. I'm going to do some of this, but I got the majority of it. I'm just going to show you kind of the process. And so whoever sets up, this is what I want. I want someone, they're going to set up their Quora account. Whoever sets up their Quora account and optimizes it. By optimizing it, I want to see a tagline. I want to see a tagline. I want to see a banner image. I want to see a profile image. And then from there, I want to see that. Once I see that, then you're going to get a credit. So whoever does it first. And all you do is go to williamjonesmarketing.com. And it's the top right-hand side where it says support. Fill out a support ticket. That's all you got to do, and say, hey, here's my homework. Check out my awesome optimized Quora account. All right, so in here, this is where I'm going to choose, and what am I interested in? What are you going to try to answer questions on? Let's say if it was me, I'm doing marketing or web design or digital marketing. I'm going to be choosing stuff that are about brands, branding, sales, email, maybe email marketing, search engine optimization, startup, SEO tools, website traffic. So you can literally choose as many of these to your heart's desire when it comes to SEO or marketing or whoever you're trying to reach. Okay. So I'm just choosing all the ones that make sense to me. I'm not really interested in bloggers and blogs and maybe Patreon, maybe personal branding. So these are all different things. I love reading, of course, Google, pay-per-click, email. I mean, there's just so much you can choose, right? Lots. And just hit done. It's going to create my personal feed. Right? And think of the more you engage on the questions, the more you engage on this platform, the more it's going to show you different things in your feed. Okay. Click on your little handy dandy little icon over here. So, I mean, even without optimizing, I could show you different things, but let's go to William Jones. Might take a bit, but LinkedIn. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we have a question from Matthew Moses. If you want to take a look at it, William.
Yep. So we're talking about the most powerful social media assets, engaging on posts with the intent of having that engagement drive interest in who you are, which means it will establish your brand. Then you have all the call to action set up on your profile using for produce the engagement. It's an engagement trap. Good way. I'm hearing that right. Correct. So think of Facebook same way. Facebook is simply a funnel. Think of it as a funnel, not I'm just going to go in there and post, hey, I went to have a steak at Ruth Chris Steakhouse. No one gives a shit. I mean, if you're going to post something like that, post something about, tell a story. One of the things I learned from one of my mentors is Ziki Ahmed. He told me, he said, every post you do should have a call to action. everything. You know, whether it depends. Are you trying to tell a story? Are you trying to create engagement? Are you trying to make someone buy something? What are you trying to do? What's the end goal? So based upon the end goal depends on your will depend on your call to action. So right here, right, you know, this is where we can go in here. We can go our credentials. What do you know about? We can do all that information. These are all the questions and edits and activity that you've done. Here's your description. Write a description about yourself, right? What's the tagline going to be? So I'll go over just for example, LinkedIn, and I'm going to view my profile, and I'm going to go over and grab this, and I'll put that, right? Update. That's it. It's not that difficult. Add in your employment credential, add in your education, what's your highlights. Is there anything you've done special? You know, add in your credentials. What's your employment? What's your location? Well, where am I located at? I'm located in, I'm just going to put this for now. You know, Florida. You know, let's just put, you know, I'm currently live here, whatever. So you get the point. You put in your education, your location, your space, what topic, you know, what's your language, English. Each one of them are going to be a little bit different. So like, you know, Facebook, of course, LinkedIn will be different, but your employment, are you employed? I am the owner. If your organization is on here, what's your organization? William Jones, marketing. You can create that as a topic. What's the start year? 2023 or 2022. End year, currently work here. Save. Right. Keep adding as much information as possible. What's the top? SEO. You know, what's your relative? Describe the relative. I have over 20 years. So I put too much, so it won't let me do that. So I'm gonna go back and hit save. So please select a space and add an experience. So won't let me do that. So let's go to marketing. It won't let me do that. So got that. Now I'm unemployed. What's your education? Do you have any? So I went to Kaiser University. Just put that there. Degree, none. Just fill out as much as possible is what we're looking to do. Yeah, this is going to take a bit here. Go back. All right, done. Now, guys, much information in here as possible. What do I know about? Go in here. What do you know about? I know about marketing. Or I know about, let's say, SEO. You know, be as comprehensive as possible and fill that out. Now, once that's filled out, you can add in topics. My internet's acting a little bit goofy right now. So, but you're going to fill out this, you're going to fill out this, you're going to fill out this, you're going to have your profile image. You can change it. I would not change it. I'm not going to change it because I like this image. All right. Up here, you can answer, who are you following? Now, this isn't even to go into, okay, who's your dream 100? And if y'all know who your dream 100 is who are the top 100 people that you would love to do business with in your niche. All right. And then you go and follow them. All right. That's one way. Then besides that, you're creating answers, right? Go in here and answer questions. Internet's taking a little bit of time. Let me stop sharing. Maybe I'll get more, but give me 1 second. But the same thing can be done on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has groups, Facebook groups, Quora. You can go in there and answer questions. Same thing on TikTok. Same thing on YouTube. Why are you creating content? You're creating content to build up your personal brand. And besides that, it drives traffic. Do you use a virtual tool to post in automated ways on most of the social media? Yes, you can go high level. I use sales process. Thank you, Matthew. But when I first started, I want to show you both ways. Free, which means you're not paying for shit. Okay. And the paid version, which is much better, is then I go, okay, well, usually the excuse you're going to hear is, well, that takes a lot of time and effort. Well, yeah, if you want to be successful, it takes a lot of time and effort. All right. So now let's say, well, I don't have time for it. What should you do? Well, luckily, you can hire a VA, virtual assistant outsource sharks. And you could say, okay, I want someone to go in, set up profiles on every single one of these different platforms and do exactly what I just showed you, setting up the profile, setting up the CTAs, the call to actions, the banners, and then go into Quora and Facebook groups, and then engage with people. Same way I do in Facebook. I mean, do the same thing on Facebook as you're going to do in Quora. The same damn thing. If you go into Facebook groups, same thing. Why do you want to optimize it? It's because you're going to go into Facebook groups. You get to see Mr. Old Matt Diggity here. But let's say, I don't know, because I don't have too many of them anymore. Like this, okay? Perfect example. Want a free SE audit? Where am I sending them to? What do you know? A form. All right, but let's just say, let's go over here and you can grab any one of these, SEO groups, or, in specific, depends on what you're trying to, who you're trying to reach. It could be roofer, whatever, but let's say it's this guy right here, 7-figure agency. You see this little search bar right here? Just click on it. Just type in the word help. This guy says, I need help, y'all. Have been about this for 5 years, haven't made more than 15K this whole time. I've been able to gain traction in my offer. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm high, and he talks about how good he is and everything else, and blah, 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 blah. I don't have enough sticky lead gen to pay for go high level. He had 53 people answer him. Let's see how many did anything right. I got one. One so far. One. Tell me what I'm looking for. One. 2 people out of 53 did it right. What they should have done, and I mean, you could do it several ways. You can go comment. Whenever you comment, you always want to tag the individual. Always. Why? Because then it's going to pop up in their notifications that William Jones mentioned him by name, right? And please, don't ever post stuff like, I can help you, or DM me for help or anything like that. I mean, if you can't do anything, I mean, with Chat GPT today, in today's world, I could literally go, I mean, just for an example, give you an example. Okay, well, I don't know how to answer this. How do I answer it? Have VA do this. Please answer this and give some advice, steps to take. And I'll even use his name for Jamie. You can just see. I mean, just see. I mean, you could go through it and answer it, which originally when I first started, I would literally go through groups every day, 8 hours a day, answering questions. And that's how I built up my agency. But nowadays, imagine you have ChatGPT and goes, Jamie, it sounds like you put a lot of effort in online endeavors, but you're struggling to see the results you desire. It's not uncommon to face challenges when trying to build. Here are some steps and advice to consider. And he gives them steps. It's taking a bit. Internet's just a tad bit slow right now, but I'll show you some other things I'll do as well once it's done generating it. But you do this on this, you could do this on Quora, you do it on LinkedIn, you do it on LinkedIn groups. One of the things I know Neil Patel mentioned and I stuck to when I started out 3 years ago doing everything online was you need to be responding to every single one of your comments on every platform. And if you cannot do it, then you need to pay someone to do it. We have VAs at 160 hours, for if you get the deals, but generally if they're not on special, anywhere from $500 to $800. And then they're going in here doing this all day long. Then once he sees his little notification, just for example, he sees the notification pops up and he goes, who's this William Jones guy? And he's going to see, what do you know? A funnel set up. He's going to look through here and see a bunch of content about the business or about the brand or engaging content. Most people, why do you do it? It's like, okay, this one's got 15, this one's got 5, this one's got 6, and then other times I'll get them once to get a couple of hundred. Or are you doing reels? And I'll show you, not all the time do they take off. This is why I do short form content. I have this one's over 6,000. This one's 200. This one's 200. This one's 1,000. This one's 800. This one's 2. This one's 3. 2,000, 15,000, 600, 5,000, 5,000, 4,000, 4,000, 9,000, 8,000, 3,000, 10,000, 3, 3, 3, 4, and just winds up depending on when you hit when you wind up hitting a topic and you get in a groove, don't leave it. When you find out what your audience wants to hear about, don't leave it. And that's what we've kind of hit lately here. But I'm doing the same thing with imagine back when I was doing it, we didn't have ChatGPT and everything was done manually. We didn't have the Chrome extensions like Kevin and then some of us use nowadays for the, for unfollowing people that aren't engaging or reaching out to people, etc., and creating traffic. All referral traffic is me taking traffic off of a platform and sending it to where I want it to go. But the end goal should be to convert that traffic into traffic you own, which is by them giving you an email address for a piece of information or a product, like a free ebook, a free newsletter. Well, I can't give them a free newsletter. Well, if it's a roofing contractor and they want roofing tips, I'm pretty sure you can. So any more questions? Matthew says this shit's fire. Appreciate it. Facebook group, you set up questions, correct? Facebook group, when you set up Facebook group, you set up questions. Like one of mine is, where can I send, what's your email so I can send you my free ebook on scaling your digital agency? Or what's a good email address for dominating your local market or in your specific, let's say roofer, etc. So these things will be in the back end of the group. I'm going to put it on the group, replay will be in the groups, and replay will be at members in the members. If you don't know where to log in at, and I just say this over and over again because it seems some people just don't remember this, but if you go to William Jones Marketing, right here where it says GMB Pros login, click on that. It's going to take you a login, right? And then you log in there. If you don't know your password, reset your password. If you still can't log in, submit support ticket and I'll help you out. If you've ordered something and you don't, hey, I haven't received it, whatever, submit a support ticket. Generally speaking, what happens is sometimes people order stuff and they never fill out the intake form. Just generally speaking. If you've booked a call for VA, I sent out some new emails, I think this last night. Book that call with that link, not with me. It's actually with the onboarding team, not me. Because otherwise you just go on the phone, talk to me, and then I have to make you book another phone call. So SEMrush and SimilarWeb and Ahrefs. Those are the three. And I have an ebook, 40,000 words, 200 plus pages on Ahrefs, SEMrush, Ahrefs, and SEMrush. I don't have one on SimilarWeb yet. But I will put the PowerPoint presentation and the ebook I have, because I do have an ebook on both of those. I will put those in the back end. I have an ebook on every single thing. This is the ebook for, and I'll show it to you. This is the ebook for the traffic sources. I'll be putting that in the back end. And then I got an ebook as well for Quora. So it goes everything step by step. Here's the ebook for reverse engineering the traffic. Still has my old rank fortress on there, but same information. Then I also have Quora, this ebook as well. And I will put that in the back end and you can have all of that as well. So let me show you guys that. So same thing. So the ebook, you can go through it step by step. This one's short, but the Ahrefs and SEMrush guide, if you message me for it, I'll give it to you, is 200 plus pages. This is just a basic guide, so it's step by step. All right, why the new branding from our Rank Fortress to William Jones Marketing? Because I already went over it in one of the other classes, but to put it kindly, I just changed everything.
Yeah, check out the replays, Paul. We did go over it a few times.
And I got a phone call. I'm already late. Jeff, I will see you in our call link.
So guys, this week we have Drew for LinkedIn prospecting tomorrow. That's at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. We have Chris Palmer on Wednesday. We have Jonathan on Thursday, and then we have myself for sales on Friday. So we got a good, nice, solid week. Give you a little bit of variety of sales, some prospecting involved in there, some GMB local stuff. So we're coming up to an hour and 22 minutes, guys. We appreciate you for your support. We appreciate those that watch the replay. And like always, guys, much love and much success. Catch you on the next one.